What's the Injil? Specifically, when the Quran refers to the Injil in the time of Muhammad, what is it talking about? Muslims often tell us that the Injil in Muhammad's time had been corrupted. It contains some of what Allah revealed to Jesus, but it also contains words that have been added later that aren't Allah's words. We saw in a previous video that Muslims must say this about the Injil, but that it makes no sense. The Quran tells Christians to judge by the Injil, but we cannot judge by a corrupted book. This part preserved, part corrupted view has even more problems. Here's one. Suppose I write a book using the following method. First, I copy and paste some parts of the Quran. Second, I add a bunch of stuff that I made up. My book is part Quran and part invented by me, with zero indication of what's what. Relative to the true Quran, there are some things missing, some things preserved, and some things added. Here's the crucial question. Would Allah refer to my mixed up book as the Quran? Of course not. My book is a blasphemy, an abomination, an affront to the purity of Allah's revelation. It's shirk. I'm associating my words with Allah's words. My book must be distinguished from the Quran so that no one confuses the two. My book must be condemned. Anyone who reads my book must be warned, told to throw it away, and commanded to read the real Quran. Now, think about the Injil. Muslims say that the Injil in Muhammad's time is like my book. Mixed up, part revelation, part corruption. It's partly Allah's pure word to Jesus, and also a bunch of things that people made up with no indication of what's what. So it's a blasphemy, an abomination. It's shirk. It associates human words with Allah's words. It needs to be distinguished from the real Injil. Anyone who reads it needs to be warned. Is that what the Quran does? No! The Quran doesn't even mention the difference. Allah uses the same word Injil for A, His words sent in the pure, perfect revelation given to Jesus, and B, a blasphemous, corrupted mixture made by disbelievers. Allah doesn't make a distinction. Allah doesn't condemn the mixed up Injil. Allah doesn't warn people not to read it. When Muslims make a distinction between the original Injil and the Injil in Muhammad's time, they are being smarter than Allah. The Quran doesn't make this distinction. As a result, the Quran makes no sense. In Islam, the question, what's the Injil, has no consistent answer. The Quran ties itself in a knot that it cannot escape. Reject it. Read the real Gospels for yourself and discover the real Jesus.